On a rainy Thursday morning in downtown Chicago, the towering glass headquarters of Halston Designs stood like a monument to innovation. Inside the 42nd floor boardroom, a group of sharply dressed executives sat nervously as the CEO, Richard Halston, stared silently at the architectural blueprints spread across the table. "This design," he said, tapping the page with the back of his pen, "it's not just good. It's different. Raw. Honest. There's heart in these lines." He looked around the room. "So, who's the architect behind this?" The room grew still. Several junior designers glanced at each other, unsure who would speak up. Eventually, a senior project manager cleared his throat. It came from one of the junior draft drawers. He said it was submitted late last night. No signature. Just labeled, Proposal 17B. Richard narrowed his eyes. "Then find out who did it. I want to meet the real architect. Now." Down in the basement level of the building, 17-year-old Maya wiped her hands on her father's old utility apron. Her long black curls were tied up in a messy bun, and charcoal smudged her fingertips from sketching in the dark with only a flashlight the night before. She hadn't meant for anyone to see it. Her father, Joseph, one of the janitors at Halston Designs, had told her she could come with him after hours and draw quietly while he cleaned. He didn't know she'd slipped a sketch into the pile of proposals sitting on a cart in the hallway. She just wanted to feel, if only for a moment, what it was like to have her idea placed among the others. Now, as elevator doors opened, two men in suits stepped into the basement and scanned the dim corridor. "We're looking for the person who submitted Proposal 17B, one of them said loudly. "Richard Halston wants to meet them." Maya froze. Joseph turned, confused. "Sorry, you must have the wrong floor. This is just maintenance." Then the man held up the blueprint. "We traced where it was submitted from. This came from this level." Maya stepped forward slowly, heart pounding. "It was me," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "I drew it." The men exchanged glances, unsure. "I'm Maya," she said. "Joseph's daughter. I just drew it for fun. I didn't think anyone would see it." There was silence. Then one of them pulled out a phone. "Mr. Halston," he said into it. "We found her." When Maya entered the boardroom with her father beside her, eyes widened across the room. Her clothes were faded and a size too big. Her shoes squeaked from the rain. Richard stood and walked over, expression unreadable. "You're the one who designed this." Maya hesitated, then nodded. "I didn't mean to submit it. It was a mistake. I love buildings. I've been sketching since I was little. My dad used to clean schools and I'd draw classrooms, fire escapes, hallways, anything." The CEO looked at her father, who stood protectively by her side. "You're Joseph." "Yes, sir," he replied quietly. Richard paused, then turned back to Maya. "Do you know what I see when I look at this sketch?" Maya didn't answer. "I see someone who understands people. Not just structure. You didn't just design a building. You designed a place that feels like it belongs. That kind of vision isn't taught." He held out his hand. Maya stared, stunned, then slowly placed her hand in his. "Welcome to Halston Designs," he said. "We'd be honored to have you train with our team." Tears welled up in Joseph's eyes. "Sir, she's still in high school." "She'll finish it," Richard said. "But when she's ready, there's a place here for her. We'll sponsor her education. We need people like her." A collective hush fell over the room. The moment felt bigger than business. It was a reminder that talent knows no title. And that sometimes, brilliance is hiding in the quiet corners, just waiting to be seen. Months passed. Maya became a name whispered through the halls, the janitor's daughter who became the youngest intern in Halston history. Her sketches were pinned beside those of seasoned architects. She attended school during the day, worked in the evenings, and slowly carved out a place for herself. But more importantly, she changed the culture. Richard began a mentorship program for underprivileged youth, opening doors that had long been sealed shut. Every Friday, Maya hosted free sketch workshops in the building's atrium. Kids came in with backpacks and hope in their eyes. She taught them what her father taught her, to see beauty where others didn't. One afternoon, a reporter asked Richard Halston what had inspired the shift in company philosophy. He smiled. "It wasn't inspiration," he said. "It was realization. I asked for the real architect, thinking I'd find credentials. Instead, I found courage. In a girl who dared to dream behind the shadows. And in a father who quietly supported that dream, broom in hand."